So I think that honestly, personally, I'm a little bit more lucky than most to still be dating someone that I met in high school. And not that you can't exactly have a relationship that works after high school. I'm not saying that, but the chances are slim, right? And to be able to have that time to really talk to somebody too and get to know them before, going on that first date. You already know the person. And then you ask to go on that date. Like you kind of both already know that it's really going to work out, right? And that's why it's kind of sad when you think back to high school. Those people you maybe did cheat on, or those people that did cheat on you, because it's kind of like, wow, like, we had something that could have worked and should have worked, but you know, society and our no strict morals. Nobody in high school really has strict morals. Even after high school, people really don't have strict morals. But I think that is what could have saved, or what should save relationships today. Um, and to talk about marriage, right? In today's society, especially with Gen Z, um, the word marriage is kind of cooked, right? Nobody wants to get married. Everyone's thinking about prenups already. You know, I already learned about a prenup in middle school, dude. And really nobody should know about that in middle school. But even in such a young age, we've always known how cooked the dating market is, and it honestly has inflation too. Like me, I'm somebody who goes to the gym. I try to look good, whatnot. But you gotta look so good and be so much for so little in the dating market, not the job market, the dating market in today. Like I gotta be someone who has a future, who it has a good physique. I have to be funny. I have to be charismatic. Because these females, you say hey, they say hey. How's your day going? Good. But what the fuck do you say after that? Deadass, what the fuck do you say after that? And it's like that's just what we're left with. And Gen Z doesn't even think about getting married most of the time, right? Unless you're already pussy whipped, right? And that's okay. If you get yourself a good one, stick to it, bro. I got me a good one. Um, but most people can't say that, right? And then they get doomed. They get cursed, banished to the fucking dating apps, at 20 years old. That's horrible, right? Horrible. Um, and I'm a believer of stats, right? I'm a big believer of stats, right? So I'm at a point now where, like, I can go on Instagram, I can scroll for a bit, and I can see all these people I knew in high school, and they're getting married, right? And they're having kids too, right? And you're like thinking, oh, this girl was a whore back in high school. She's she's changed. And I was really thinking that for a little bit, at 18 and 19. And now that I'm 20, and I'm sure by the time I'm 21, I'm already starting to see it right now, right? The parents are splitting up already, dude. And people are already getting cheated on, no matter if they even have kids, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, dude. So what is it? What do I believe it is? I believe it's the body count, right? I don't even like saying that, but the amount of people that they've slept with, right? I believe that's a huge proprietor behind all these problems, dude. And no one realizes it. Like, the connection you have every time that you get with a new partner, right? It gets dulled, lessened each time. And this is something that we honestly take for granted, right? It's cool, to flex you got with this many girls or this many guys, right? It's really not. It's really not. Like, you're a bit hollow and empty, bro. Like that relationship gets more hollow and gets more empty each time. Each time you go down the line. Okay? And this really does affect your future relationships and the strength and the bond that you have with them. Right? 100% does. 100%. And there's stats on that. And I love looking at these stats because I did a little research before making this. And I thought, okay, what percent of these people, so this many people are telling the truth, right? What percent of them aren't? So every time I show one of these little pictures up on the screen, think about how much worse it really is, you know? What percent of these people are too guilty to even anonymously say that they are cheating or that they have cheated or whatever it may be, right? And I think that's a huge problem, dude. I think it's a huge problem, especially the amount of people who don't get caught. I think almost every time a couple breaks up, they found somebody else. Okay, bro? Keep shit sweet and short. They found somebody else. Or they were talking to somebody else, or they wanted somebody else, bro. It's got to be that way for the guys, and it's got to be that way for the girls too, bro. I'm gonna keep shit real. I ain't want your ass no more. But and I think getting cheated on it's a real wake up call too. I've been cheated on. I'm sure most people have. It's a big wake up call to not surround every single bit of your life around that person, although it feels like you should, and it feels good to, right? And it shows a lot of commitment when you do. You really can't. You really can't. Because bad things happen when things go wrong. And statistically, bro, there's a good chance they're going to go wrong. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real. There's a good chance they're going to go wrong. And I think this is something I've done, right? I think to really steam the broccoli, okay? To get that shit fucking nice and boiled up, you really just got to sit down and talk to them. Get one-on-one, tell them, okay, like this needs to work for us, you know? Because you can get so much further in life if you have a significant other who really wants it. Excuse me. As bad as you do, you know? Who really wants to make it in life as bad as you do. And if you guys really work together on everything, like shit's gonna work out. But yeah, man, I think that we need to get back to what the unks did, what Gramps was doing to get Meemaw's Poo-Tang, bro. Like we gotta. If you really want a girl, bro, don't even waste your time with the fucking dating apps. I think you need to go to like your fucking mall, find a girl that you think looks attractive, have a nice conversation with her, get to know her, and go from there. Because I think if you're searching on an app for love, more than likely you're not gonna find it, bro. I think your odds of finding it the old-fashioned way might, make you more respectable. And that's actually something as well. I think most men think that they just deserve something, but they also have to be worthy of it as well. Like you need to be worth respect, but respect is due, to begin with. But we're in today's age, so things are a bit different. But yeah, I think we need to get back to the unk way of things, and I think our morals are really just out of check and whacked in today's world. Like seriously, like people will do anything for that instant gratification and for themselves, the selfishness. And that's really what Gen Z is really selfish. and I see it everywhere, man. Not just Gen Z, but I see it a lot in today's world. I'd rather it not be that way, but that's just how it is. And I don't blame them. And I'm pretty selfish as well, because you got shit hard, bro. Fucking housing market, job market, everything, bro. Everything. You got to be selfish with everything. But yeah, guys. So I was just pretty much want to give my opinion on this shit, because I feel bad. I feel bad for some of my friends. They've been banished to the dating app world. And you shouldn't have high expectations, really, going into it. You really shouldn't. But yeah, I mean, disclaimer, this is my opinions and everything I experienced and I've read online. So I mean, yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Fucking smash like, whatever, fuck. Yeah. Peace.